Hi and welcome to today's video. If you are new here, thank you so much for stopping by. And if you're one of my returning subscribers, welcome back, my love. So in today's video, I'm going to be doing my second round of my favorite nude eyeshadow palettes, you guys. I was going through my channel looking at videos that I needed to update, and that was one I came across when I first started my channel 2 years ago. I did a best nude eyeshadow palette, drugstore and high-end, and I realized it's been 2 years. Obviously, I've tried so many different palettes. I've used other things. So if you guys want to see my picks this go around, and if you would like to have some suggestions on some awesome nude eyeshadow palettes, keep watching. The first nude eyeshadow palette I'm going to show you guys is the Juvias Place Nubian eyeshadow palette. This was actually supposed to go in that first video, but I honestly don't know what happened to my palette. Like, it just disappeared. I don't know if it's like traveling. I just maybe left it in a hotel or something. I don't know, but this one's brand new. However, the other one was very well loved, you guys. Now see, this one right here, and this is one thing I've learned about Juvia's palettes. Their palettes, it doesn't look like much when you look at it, right? It just looks like, oh, a basic eyeshadow palette. But you guys, their formula is insane. Like, oh my gosh, look at this, you guys. Like, this, how pretty is that? Look at that. Like, in the pan, you cannot tell that payoff. But there's another shade in here that I absolutely adore because it's just so, you guys, look at this. This shade right here has like a holographic look. I love, like, you guys, even their mattes are like, look at that. Bomb, you guys. I just love this eyeshadow palette. Like, it's just so, look at that champagne shade. It's just, like I said, if you're judging a book by its cover, looking at it, you would not be able to tell the quality. However, you guys, this one, great blendability, great quality. I love Juvias Place eyeshadow formulas. To be honest with you guys, if you guys watch me regularly, you will know Natasha Denona's formula, eyeshadow formula, is my absolute favorite because of the formulation, the way that it's just so user-friendly. However, you guys, I'm not lying when I tell you Juvia's Place quality literally reminds me of Natasha Denona formula. Before I continue, you guys, I would just like to say that my eyes, you guys, oh my gosh, my allergies, my sinuses are just kicking my butt. But not only that, this side right here, I mentioned before that I do suffer from eczema. Right now I'm having a breakout, and that's one of the, like, right there is a little patch, you guys. So I can't really put a lot of makeup on it. I can't really, like, if it's bothering you, I apologize, okay? We're just having some technical difficulties, but the show must go on. My next favorite nude eyeshadow palette, you guys, is Natasha Denona's My Dream palette. Can we just take a moment? There's like 3D packaging with the splatter. It's like artwork. And my palette is pretty beat up, you guys. This is the one that's newer to my collection. However, as I mentioned before, Natasha's formula is my favorite. Now, this one has pops of the berry colors in there, but like I said, for the most part, it's a nude palette. Like, you know, you can see there's just that berry pop over there. And you guys, this shade right here, Vision. You guys, it's such a pretty, unique, holographic shade. It's so beautiful. It's a gold, purple, I see a little bit of green. You guys, it's so beautiful. I love this palette, you guys. And like I said, Natasha's formula never disappoints for me. Never disappoints. Her mattes blend out They just blend seamlessly together. Her mattes, her shimmers are just to die for. Beautiful, beautiful formula. Highly recommend this palette. The next nude palette, you guys, is from Colourpop. It is the California Love palette, you guys. This is one of their 12-pan palettes, you guys. I absolutely adore this one. Look at that, how cute, you guys. If you know, if you've been following me for a while, you'll know I just moved to El Paso from San Diego 8 months ago. So California is like, that's my home. That's my other home, okay? But you guys, look at this. Colourpop always comes through with their palettes. Like, I love this color story. It just gives me sunset vibes. Like I'm at Venice Beach. I'm like walking down to the Santa Monica Pier. Like, this is what this is giving right now. And I absolutely love their formula. I love their glitters are actually pretty good. Like I said, I have super sensitive eyes. Their glitters, like this shade right here, El Capitan, this one, like if you look at it, it's still a chunky glitter, right? However, it goes on, it actually stays pretty, like that's without any glitter primer or anything. It actually stays on pretty well. Like, you know, you can pack it in. Their glitters are actually really good. You just have to be really careful with it. It's one that does not irritate my eyes. So my next favorite nude palette, you guys, is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Jackie Aina palette. You guys, first of all, I love Jackie. I have been watching her for years. She's also a veteran. You guys, look at this. Okay, now the pinks and the purples will throw you off, but it's still a nude palette. Like, you literally have everything you need to create a basic look, especially if you're tan or darker skin tone. These are perfect. Like, these are like my perfect, these three browns are like my perfect blending colors. Like, you guys, this palette is amazing. And what I like about it is that it's also versatile. It's not just a nude palette. It just throws a pop of color. If you guys watch my last one, I showed the Anastasia Amrezy palette, and it's the same thing. It's like one side is just total nudes, and then they just threw that pop of color. You guys, I just love this. And of course, support Jackie because we love her, okay? The next nude palette, you guys, I have is the Nubian Earth by, once again, Juvias Place, you guys. This one, I had to repurchase this one because it got damaged when I was moving. But you guys, look at this. Like, just take a moment. Look at that. Look at this, you guys. How, what, like what? What, like what? You guys cannot tell me that Juvias does not come through with the freaking formula, you guys. You can't tell me. Juvias is where it's at. If you're looking for, it's kind of like in between drugstore and high-end, but it performs like high-end. Their prices are reasonable, you guys. I absolutely adore this palette. This color story is amazing. I so love the marbled shade as well. It's a subtle gold shade, but it's so pretty if you don't want to do over the top look. I absolutely adore this palette. Like I said, blendability, performance, even without eyeshadow primers, you guys, Juvias Place does not disappoint. The next nude palette, you guys, is the Moon Prism eyeshadow palette. Can we just take a moment to adore this 3D cherry blossom artwork with the moon? And just, if you guys don't know, this is Manny MUA's brand. He's another one of my OG YouTubers that I just absolutely love. And this is his brand, you guys. This palette, I got it in a subscription box. I think it was like a BoxyCharm or something, Ipsy or something. That was last year I got it. Of course, I lost it when I moved, so I repurchased it. You guys, look at this. This is literally a nude dream. I love his shimmers. His mattes are very blendable. Like, look, what is that? Look at that, you guys. So pretty. There's something about one of the main reasons why I absolutely love nude palettes mainly is for the goals, because there will always be some bomb goals in there. The So Icy shade as well, you guys. The white shade, so pretty. I just love. They are so creamy. Look at that. One swipe. They are so freaking creamy. His shadows blend very well together, you guys. I love, absolutely love the palette. And of course, like I said, supporting my favorite YouTubers, I'm so here for it, especially if their products perform well. The next nude palette I have, you guys, is another OG ride or die in my collection. Is the Natasha Denona Sunset palette, you guys. This is a beautiful palette. This color story, I love. Yellow is my absolute favorite color, and I love nude palettes that have yellows in it because I love to use it as a transition. Love the red, you guys. But if you look at the palette, besides the yellow and the red, it's strictly a nude dream. Like, look at those colors. And like I said, Natasha's formula never ever disappoints. The blendability is unmatched. Next nude eyeshadow palette, you guys, I'm going to recommend to you guys is the Laura Lee Los Angeles Nudie 2 palette. This one is a fairly new one to my collection, but you guys, if you guys watch my other video, the Nudie Patootie, the original palette, is definitely an OG in my, it's a staple in my collection. But you guys, what I love about this palette right here is that she put a spin on a nude palette. She put the deep burgundy, the purpley color, she put the pink, she put the orange. It's just like a nude palette, but with like pops of pink hues. I am so here for it, you guys. That Risque shade, that one, that burgundy shade is so beautiful. Like, I love this palette. I love Laura Lee's formulas. One thing, and I've mentioned before, that I love about Laura's formula is that it's buildable. So like, it's hard to mess up an eyeshadow look with Laura's palettes because it's buildable and the shades are not like, the dark shades are not like super strong, super pigmented, which I kind of adore that about her formula. Like, if I want to create a look and I know that I want to play around with something that's kind of dark but not overdo it, I always go for this palette because I know, like, when I blend my dark shades, it's not going to be too much all of a sudden. It's just going to be perfectly blended. So that's another reason why I absolutely adore Laura's formula. The last eyeshadow palette I have, you guys, is from Huda Beauty. It is the Empowered eyeshadow palette. Like, look at that detail. I just love her face. The words just, it's a positive message. And I really liked like the launch pictures and the promo pictures for this was just so literally empowering. But you guys, this is a nude dream. Look at that. Look at that. I think this is like a perfect nude palette. Literally, you have different hues of brown. You have a warm brown. You have dark chocolate. You have the black with the glitter, but the glitter doesn't really show up. You guys, this is so versatile. The only thing I don't like about this palette is the shade Manifested. It's the cream shade. It's actually not that bad, but I just don't like how it goes on the lid. That's the only thing that I would change about that, is make that shade one of the regulars. But you guys, these gold shades, let me tell you something. You guys, look at that. Like, what? Do you see this? Huda, girl, I don't know what she's doing over there in the lab, but whatever it is, it's working, you guys. Love, love, love this eyeshadow palette. Hands down, cannot go wrong with this one. Like, honestly, if you guys were to ask me, ooh, I shouldn't put myself in that position to choose my favorite out of all of these. However, I will say the most, if you are a nude lover, the most that you will get wear out of would be this palette. Just because there's so many options. You have the lighter shades for lighter skin tones. You have darker shades for darker skin tones. You have so many options here. It's like and hold on, let's not forget. Look at that. Before I go, you guys, I have two honorable mention palettes that I want to mention strictly because you can't really go wrong with these. It's not really marketed as nude palettes. However, I love the nude shades in here. But this one is the Olive You Forever by Violet Voss, you guys. I love this palette. This is, if you take out the two green shades right there, these two, literally it's a nude palette. Like a black, you guys know, black is a staple in any nude palette. Love the warm shades of brown, love the lighter transition shades, love this palette. So this one's definitely a good nude option, even though it's not technically a nude palette. The other honorable mention that I have, you guys, you might look at this and think that is not a nude palette. However, like I said, because of the nude options in here is why I think it's a staple as a nude palette. But it's the Huda Beauty Rose Gold Remastered palette, you guys. Do you guys remember when the OG, look at the artwork. I just love the details that Huda puts into her stuff. It's so glam. You guys, do you guys remember when the original palette was like all the hype? It was all over social media, all over Instagram, all over, well, TikTok didn't exist back then, but you guys, it was just the hype. Everybody just had to have this palette. But I got the remastered one because I was so in love with the original. But you guys, it definitely is a rosy palette. However, if you look at the transition shades, the nude shades, the black, and the shimmers, you guys, definitely, you guys, this feels so creamy. I just absolutely adore her formula. And then there's this one, you guys, it's so creamy. I love her formula. Like, it just outperforms other ones similar. Like, I'm trying to get in this frame for you guys. You guys, look at that. Like, to me, I have taken this when I travel just because I have everything that I need in this palette for a nude look. However, I love the options of the rosy colors in case you want to try something different. So like, this is a travel palette that I will take, and I have taken with me just because it's a good nude palette, but also with a little bit of options. So please leave us a comment down below and let us know what your go-to nude palette or palettes are. You know, if you're a makeup lover, we all know you can't just choose one. You have to have options, right? So also leave me a comment down below and let me know if any of these palettes are your favorites and why you like them. And you know, I always love to hear other people's opinions. My opinion is not the only opinion that exists. And I love to hear other people's feedback, why they like a certain product, especially if we like the same thing, you know? Please be sure to give this video a huge thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, you guys. If you enjoyed my recommendations / my favorites, you guys, I would greatly appreciate it. I thank you all for your support, your feedback, all of that. I appreciate each and every person who takes the time to watch my videos. Also, if you are not already subscribed, please consider subscribing, you guys. Take a look at the rest of my content. I always say that. Take a look at the rest of the content. I don't want one video, I mean, I don't mind, but one video, you know, is not really enough to like pull you in, you know what I'm saying? Like, check out my other contents if you like my vibes, if you like my personality. And of course, feel free to stick around and subscribe, turn on your post notifications so you can be notified when I upload, you guys. Thank you so much for watching today's video. As always, I am sending good vibes to everybody, sending you much love, you guys stay cool out here, okay? You guys, my AC is on 69. And it's 107 degrees outside, and the house is still at 72 degrees. Like, the house is like, I just can't. My AC is like, I literally, that's all I got. So yes, you guys, stay cool, stay blessed, stay humble, be a good person, don't be a jerk, and I'll see you guys in the next one.